Go.
Hey, it's Dr. Lewis Clark back with you today talking about your cerebellum. Today we're focusing on the cerebrocerebellar part of your cerebellum, and let me tell you why it's called cerebro, because it receives input from the cerebrum, or the cortex of your part of your brain. So the cerebellum, of course, is here in the back, and so when we talk about the different parts, as we've moved out is what we've done. We went from the spinocerebellar, and now we're out to the cerebrocerebellar, which is more the outer part of your cerebellum, and it does have a much bigger impact on things regarding your thought process, your emotions, and things like that. So you can have a lot more of anxiety issues and just different types of emotional swings and things like that when you have a cerebrocerebellar problem. And so the reason for that is because if this area is not working properly, it communicates directly with the cortex, in particular the frontal lobe, okay, and the prefrontal cortex. And then also it works with the brainstem nuclei as well. So it does have impacts on your sympathetics and your balance between autonomic and sympathetic or parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems, which is your autonomic nervous system. This can affect things like your sleep. You don't sleep as well, you have trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying to sleep, you have trouble getting off a thought. These things like this can be signs that you have a cerebrocerebellar problem. And so the other thing that it does is it has coordination of our extremities. Okay, so if we start being clumsy or missing things that we're trying to get, we try to pick something up or turn something on or off, and we miss that, then that means that, hey, maybe we got a problem there. It's inaccurate. Because remember, the cerebellum as a whole does accuracy, balance, and coordination. All right. So how can we rehab some of this? Well, start doing dexterity movements. So things with your hands, like piano play, and certainly if you play the piano, that's great and fantastic. You can also do non-linear complex movements, so like a figure eights, okay, with your arm. You can also spell out the alphabet with letters with your arm. Be thinking about that. You can put your feet together so you make it a little bit harder. You can also rehab it with your thoughts by having good thoughts and really visualizing your thoughts can help to fire also down into the cerebellum. So if you're having any of these issues we've talked about with the cerebellum and you need help figuring it out, then contact our office and we'll help you figure out how to get this thing working better. God bless you. Until next time, live life well.